Okay, that's enough. That is what I like to call a true moment of silence to those beloved Dallas Cowgirls. Yes. It's our year. Oh, we're going to get it done. Oh, our defense is this. Oh, Parsons is that. How many times do we have to hear it? The definition of insanity, they say, is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, right? But no, I'm the crazy one. Let people tell it. But nevertheless, at least they can be like the rest of us and enjoy their families and sit down with their significant others and enjoy the NFL playoff football and rejoice and kick back and have a nice drink or two. Yeah, it's all good. But even more of a congrats to the 49ers and the rest of the teams that won this weekend. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Flawless Fantasy Football. And guess what, man? You have a boatload of things to do today. But guess what? You guys are first. Okay? I made my YouTube short. So make sure you guys check that out. It's only 15 seconds. Did it just prior to this video, uploaded it. Make sure you press like or comment, whatever. Help out with the algorithms. Help your boy get some exposure. This your boy Flawless back in the house. Did you guys enjoy the games this weekend? I did. A little bit of drama. A little bit of, how can I put it, stuff that we kind of expected. Stuff that was like, oh, everyone was shocked to a degree. But we'll get into it. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Your boy's doing fine. Personally, mentally, and everything. So get him in a good spot, you know. I've cut off a bunch of social media and stuff like that. I'm not even on the Facebook anymore. I'm giving myself a couple weeks or so. So, you know, just detoxing from the nonsense. So, which kind of suck. I'm miss out on some memes, but sacrifice. It's all about sacrifice. Hey, let's talk about the Jags and the Chiefs, all right? Let's talk about the Jags and the Chiefs. Okay, so basically, Chiefs just basically controlled this game from the top. Chiefs won 27-20. I believe it was favored about 7.5 or whatever at one point in time, I believe. So if they stayed that way, they did cover the spread, but screw the spread. It was 17-10.5, but they were just controlling the game. Patrick Mahomes got rolled up on, and it's reported that he has a high ankle sprain. I looked at it and I saw like, whoa. Because I didn't see it actually live. I was busy at the time. I wasn't too motivated to really see that game on Saturday at the time. So, but you know, it is what it is. It's unfortunate for Jags. This is a great Cinderella season. Nothing to feel bad about, in my opinion. So, Mahomes went 22 for 30, 195, 2 touchdowns. Actually, Chad Henne came in and went 5 for 7, walked down there, scored a touchdown before Mahomes came back in after the half, so that was cool. The two people that had a real good game was Travis Kelce off the rip, you know, and I made one of my little prop bets, and I put in for Travis Kelce to score a touchdown, man, because it was just way too long. Travis Kelce had to score a touchdown this week. And Isaiah Pacheco had a great game. He had 12 carries for 95 yards. So that was pretty good for him. Yeah, so outside of that, you know, it ain't much really to see there. Jacksonville was just pretty much just, you know, manhandled. But they semi-stayed close, but you could tell it just wasn't going to happen. Could have bet my left arm that Jacksonville was not going to beat no KC. So, hey, so it is what it is. How about, you know, you guys seen those memes that came out? Man, it was some good memes came out this weekend I was able to capture before I bounced off the socials, man. But it was this meme. I'm sure you guys seen it. I think it was like a Snickers commercial or something. And they did it with Trevor Lawrence, and it said Trevor Lawrence, his face on it said no regrets. I thought thought that was pretty good. I thought that was pretty good. I was like, dang, man. Like, man, let the man ride, man. Leave the man alone. You know what I'm saying? He ain't do nothing, you know. Very improved. I'll be honest with you. I was not a fan of Trevor Lawrence, but who knows, that knucklehead coach from last year that got fired, that was a waste. Obviously, he had something to do with Trevor Lawrence not actually performing well last year and the team as a whole. So good for them and good for him. How about it's some more memes out there, man. It's so many memes. Remember last week when he won against a dramatic victory against the Chargers? He ran out to the Duval up there in Jacksonville to the Waffle House, one of the Waffle Houses up there. So it's a big old deal, you know. Oh, I'm at a Waffle House. He all in the kitchen area and crap like that. You can't do that type of stuff because you know that type of stuff gonna come back to haunt you, you know. So there was some good memes that came out. You know, basically it had Trevor Lawrence. I think the best one to me was the one where Trevor Lawrence was actually sitting in the back, where the coach Patrick Mahomes and the head coach Andy Reid were sitting there, and and Lawrence was in the back, like putting up chairs or something in the back of the picture, putting up chairs like at a work, he's at a worker at Waffle House. I thought that was pretty funny. And one of the things I found real funny about the video in that meme by one of the comments said, man, what they got Andy Reid with all those pancakes like that for? Because he got like 6 or 7 pancakes, but Mahomes only has 2. Man, the attention to detail is crazy. So that was pretty cool, man. It was a fun time with the memes. I enjoy those memes and gifts like that. It'd be freaking hilarious. And was so just again attention to detail, because in in that particular meme, it had a Saturday special on the back wall, 37% off, because everybody was making a big deal out of that Trevor Lawrence has never lost a game on Saturday in his life. I'm like, I think that's the most stupidest stat in the world. I understand what they're saying, but hell, he was playing in freaking college. He didn't make the playoffs last year. He never freaking played on Sunday. I just think that was a stupid stat for no reason. Somebody stopped me the other day when I was at work. It was like, oh, but Trevor Lawrence has never lost the game on Saturday. I'm like, he's in the freaking pros. I just thought it was the most meaningless stat ever. But, you know, and in the Waffle House background, it's where it has Chiefs House and not Waffle House. I think that's all pretty good. Go ahead and get that, what they call that, that minimum wage there. Trevor Lawrence, go ahead and work it out. Another video, another meme, sorry. Some dude off Twitter, he put up there with Trevor Lawrence laying down in Patrick Mahomes' lap in the Waffle House and he's getting a spanking. That was pretty good. And people just made tweets saying, so we gonna see Patrick Mahomes at the Waffle House or nah? You know, that was pretty good. You know, and it's like somebody put, the next one was Waffle House employees in the greater Duval area who are wondering if you are going to get called into work. You are free to stand down and enjoy your evening. It was just so many. Those were the ones I picked up off rip, man. But they were patching up. They were patching up Lawrence. And you got to have a little bit of fun with the social media. It's pretty cool. So outside of that, you know, it was to be expected from that Jags-Chiefs game. Chiefs moving along to advance to the championship game for the AFC. Next game, we're gonna go with the Eagles and the Giants. That was those late Saturday game, and that game was freaking ridiculous, man. Eagles came out and thumped the boys 38-7. Daniel Jones. Remember I said last week on the video, I said that it was going to be tough for Giants or either one of them, Giants or Jags, to win this game because they brought their A+ games last week. It was like that was their Super Bowl. They're not going to be able to play like that 2 games in a row, especially against the opponent. And Eagles crushed them 38-7. Daniel Jones, 135 yards passing, no touchdown passing, and 1 pick. Saquon had went 9 for 61, but that's misleading because one of the first rushes in the second half, he bust up the middle for like 45 or something like that. Then they took him out. Just took him out of the game, essentially. And it was working in the second string running back. It's like, granted, the game was out of hand, so I understand that. What you're gonna do, leave him in there to get broke, and then people are gonna be like, "Oh, you should have took him out," and start whining. So I get it. It is what it is. But Hurts had 3 total TDs, 2 passing. I believe he had 2 passing, 1 rushing. But he was legit. Miles toted on him, had like 70-some yards before he yielded the game. Well, they had 12 for 112 and a touch. You know, it was just a wrap. It was just a wrap. Devonta Smith went 6 for 61 and a touch. Goddard had 5 catches for about 57, 58 and a touch. But I'm gonna tell you something. Guess who's being a pansy? Mr. A.J. Brown. Yeah. Being a pansy, being a drama queen. Y'all up in your one bid, but you sitting on the bench, pouting and kind of mad because you ain't getting no juice. Man, you're freaking selfish, man. You don't like to see nobody shine like you over him. Dude, you the number 1. Y'all winning. Isn't the goal to play and win a championship? Guess not. Guess not. It's going to be problematic. It's going to be problematic sooner or later. So, yeah, we'll see if that happens. He had 3 catches for 22, man. You contributed, man. If you weren't there, they wouldn't be in this position to be as dominant as they are. Granted, they probably still beat Giants for sure, but, man, you're so freaking selfish, man. These kids are just so immature, man. That's all we're dealing with is 20-some-year-old young men, man. They're not men. They're not men in their 30s, man. Childish little jokers. But anyway, I'm going to keep it moving. So this was a crushing of a game. We're going to go to Buffalo, Cincinnati. First game on Sunday. Cincinnati, I can't really necessarily say pull an upset, but guess what? They got the W. I'm going to stop right here and I'm going to say something. I've said a couple times this week to people I was talking on the phone with, and I've said even, a little bit earlier, maybe like, since the Damar Hamlin thing, it was feeling uneasy for me. I called Buffalo and San Fran for the Super Bowl, but I called that prior to week 1, way in the offseason. I did a YouTube short on it. I felt uneasy because of the Damar Hamlin thing. Because if the common fan, everyday American was then latching on to they're going to win for Lamar. The NFL's going to make sure they win for Damar. And I didn't like that. Because if NFL had to push that narrative, and if Buffalo would have won, it would have looked more suspicious for the NFL. So I didn't like the fact that average people and even people that were thinking made other calls start obviously thinking Buffalo. That wasn't going to help my original stance. So it was no surprise. I'm going to make another video about Damar Hamlin and the things that happened this weekend, but I'm not going to waste time on this video about it, so stay tuned to that. Buffalo didn't have a good game in the snow, but both of those teams could play in the snow. 27-10 Cincinnati. Burrow, 2 touchdowns, 242 yards. Mixon towed it. Congrats to Derek for actually having him last week. He didn't do nothing in the NFL Playoff Challenge. And guess what? We'll have a video about the NFL Playoff Challenge because everything can't fit in this video because I ain't going to long stroke y'all. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever on these videos. You know what I'm saying? So you only fit so much in. And Joe Mixon had 20 for 105 and a touchdown. He ran with authority. Joe Burrow had 101.9 QB rating. Joe Mixon gave props to the offensive line after the game, so I gave, that was good. Now I've seen other running backs do that because if the O-line is crappy, your rushing yardage and stuff like that's going to be, crappy. They were just D-boying Buffalo's defensive line. Josh Allen ain't shake much, 265, no passing touchdown, 1 pick. He did run for 26 yards in the touchdown. Diggs was 4 for 35. He was pissed because he didn't get certain, looks and stuff like that. And Gabe went 2 for 34. Dropped a big pass. It was good defense, but Gabe, you got to not be catching it with your body like that. Or whatever, That team was a whole mess, and guess what? They got up out of here. Buffalo, you're home. Joshua, you're home. We love you, but you're home, okay? So again, I'll be making a video about the Damar Hamlin thing later, and I hope you guys tune into that. I'm not trying to force your hand on anything as far as what you believe, but I do just, would ask that you be open and question particular things, okay? Now we're going to slide to those Niners. Those Niners, boy. Those Niners. Oh, the chain's back there. Oh, the chain is back there. Oh, boy. Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy. Y'all gonna put some respect on Brock's name. 49ers won that thing 19-12 over Dallas Cowboys. And there's a meme that came out early, maybe about 4 or 5 days ago, or 3 or 4. And it says, CeeDee Lamb, NBA Jam, SummerSlam, can of spam, don't matter. Niners by 20. They always put the cigarette in the hand and stuff, and they got to do like that, But yeah, Purdy took care of business. Didn't have a great statistical day. It was a defensive game. The whole team got it done, worked together, and pulled out the W. I'm going to tell you something. It was a defensive game, straight up. That damn CMC went 10 for 35 and a touch. You would think, I think the betting line was like 63 yards rushing. You would think that he would have got that, but man, these bettors are creative. Like, they'll give you a rushing touchdown, but you ain't gonna get that. And actually, Elijah Mitchell had 14 carries for 51 yards. So he actually had more carries to close out the game and stuff like that. And I don't blame him. But the game was still close. I still would have had CMC in there. It was like bringing him in there like on downs in which they really, really need him. I don't think Elijah should have been in there as much, You got to protect his glass ass too. But Kittle, though. That motherfucking Kittle, though. I ain't gonna lie, that catch when he was like, he was bobbling and stuff like that, barely caught him. If he'd have bobbled it one more time, he'd have been in the blue tent. In the blue tent you go, Kittle. He would have been there. But he caught that thing, and he was having fun out there, man. He's having fun in the post game and stuff. You could tell he real, I want to say dingy, but real animated. You know what I'm saying? And I think it'd be a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? To slam a few down with, man. You seem like down to earth and open, and know how to let loose and just have a good time. I see real genuine characteristics in that dude, man. So congratulations to Kittle for the 5 for 95. I tell you one thing, but we didn't win. It's like we didn't want to stop CeeDee Lamb, bro. CeeDee Lamb, man. CeeDee Lamb was snapping 10 for 117. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna go back to CeeDee Lamb. It's unfortunate about Pollard, man. I like Pollard. Freaking loved Pollard. He was somebody that I was looking at next year to draft, because if in leagues in which I prioritize wide receivers and PPRs earlier than hammering down on high-end running backs, in the middle rounds, 5, 6 or something like that. But now, since he's reported to have a broken fibula, it's going to require surgery. How can you trust that? How can you trust that? Fractured fibula. Sorry, not broken. Fractured fibula. So he's going to be out some time. So Zeke's going to be taking his lumbering 10 for 26 rushing ass out there and trying to tote. Y'all saw that video. The meme I put up. I'm sure a lot of y'all saw it. But Zeke got that good D. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I put that up. I appreciate you guys for pressing like on that. And special thanks to John Biggs, Christopher Favor, Fire Truck, Dag Dabbit, and Ill Phil for comments. And I appreciate that. Appreciate you guys that liked it, but special thanks to those who commented. Big John's, Christopher Favor, Fire Truck, Dag Dabbit, and Ill Will. So Schultz went off too. I didn't say what went off. 5 for 27 in the touch. They get down to the goal line. I'm like, if they don't run it, it's going to Schultz. And I'd be damned if you just let him, push off man, fuck, man. It's like, come on, man. I ain't trying to be the all-your quarterback, but that's all. It's Schultz day when they're down there. They don't throw it to CeeDee Lamb down there like that. Oh, man. It's just nonsense. But, hey, they're professionals and they're doing what they're supposed to do. But, yeah, man, it was a good day. I wish the best for Tony Pollard. And again, it was a good game, Dallas. I ain't going to hold y'all, So it was a great weekend, football-wise, and in the playoffs. We got 2 more games, guys. We got 2 more games next week for the AFC. You got KFC at home against Cincinnati, and Cincinnati been having KC number. And you got San Fran, my beloved Niners, going to Philadelphia. So we'll see. I'm be totally honest. To be honest, it don't matter who wins for the AFC. I guess I'm rooting for my Niners, but I'll be pulling for them in the Super Bowl. So that's that. But I would be surprised if Philadelphia went to the Super Bowl and then Hurts end up making Hurts look like Cam Newton. That's just me, but it is what it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Press like, goes a long way. That's the only thing I'm charging you. Press like, man. I want to see the views and the likes match, okay? Or close to matching. Comment. I appreciate the comments. I would like to know, you know what I'm saying? I enjoy conversing with you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. One love from Flawless Fantasy Football. Holla at your boy. See you in a couple hours. I'm going to be dropping another video soon, but I'm dropping 2 in the next couple days. So you know, I ain't gonna, like I said, I ain't gonna hold you too long, but the videos are coming. All right. Let me know you like this one. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts about this weekend's games. I appreciate you guys. Peace out.